when my father passed away, about 15 years ago, I was in my room at night. My father used to wear a lungi and a kurta. A year after he passed away, and I was sleeping, and I woke up in the middle of the night. It was 3 or 4 a.m. And I swear I thought I saw a silhouette of that. And then I closed my eyes thinking that I'm imagining or I'm part of a dream, and I opened and I saw a silhouette of that again. I haven't really shared this with anyone because I think it could sound bizarre.
Well, it's always a good time to have you, Karan Johar, with us. Now we are talking about ghosts. Do you believe in them?
I have to say that I don't know if I believe in ghosts per se as in ghosts, but I believe that we're always surrounded by energies, spirits perhaps. So you call them ghosts, I call them good energies, bad energies, spirits. I've always felt that when I walk into a place, I feel I'm never alone. Like even now, I know I'm talking to you and I know that we have a series of crew around us. But I feel that at this given point of time, we're surrounded by other forces and energies.
I'm sure.
And I feel I've always felt that. So I always feel like when I walk into a space, I immediately feel uncomfortable or comfortable. And it really depends on the aura and energy of that space. And I'm very susceptible. So I've always felt, and I felt it in my house sometimes, I felt it in hotel rooms, I felt it in other people's homes. I always feel like people are around us, they're doing their own stuff. They have a universe of their own. I like to not call them ghosts because somehow the connotation of ghosts is negative. I feel there are spirits, strong, forceful, impactful, but silent spirits.
Have you ever had a so-called supernatural experience?
When it happened, when my father passed away, about 15 years ago, I was in my room at night. My father used to wear a lungi and a kurta. And it was a blue lungi, a checked blue lungi and a white kurta. It was his staple kind of look that he slept in. And a year after he passed away, and I was sleeping, and I woke up in the middle of the night. It was 3 or 4 a.m. And I swear I thought I saw a silhouette of that. And then I closed my eyes thinking that I'm imagining or I'm part of a dream. And I opened and I saw a silhouette of that again. And it was a blink, a miss, but it happened thrice. And I just, after that, started saying things to him. I just spoke normally. And I said, Papa, if you're around, I want to tell you A, B, C, D, E, whatever the thoughts I had in my mind. I woke up in the morning and I said, this was not a dream. I remember it exactly. I didn't share it with anyone at that time. Much later, I told my mom. And I said, I'm not freaked out about it because I felt like the presence is around us. And I felt it very strongly for about 10 years. And then in the last, I would say 5 years, because he's been away 15, he's been gone 15 years. The last 5 years, I feel like he's not around. I feel perhaps he wanted to take care of us, be there, and now he's in another realm. And I haven't really shared this with anyone because I think it could sound bizarre. It could sound like it's not believable. It could sound like I was imagining. And I get all of that because I'm not somebody who endorses this in any case.
True.
I know my experience. I know what I went through, and I can't annul that.
So now you're doing ghost stories, and you said this was, you were mortified to watch ghost stories, and you've given us movies that make us feel good, that make us think, they make us laugh, they make us cry. Now delving into this space.
So here's my thing. While I have no problem staying in hotel rooms on my own or being in a so-called haunted mansion, I don't get scared. But I'm petrified of watching horror films or ghost stories or the genre in totality. I'll tell you what my problem is, jump scares. I don't like being scared and make me just come. And jump scares are a huge part of the horror genre.
True.
I hate that. So I don't watch anything. I have not watched, besides the Ramsay brother films in the 80s, which I saw, I haven't seen any other horror films, not even one. So directing one was the biggest challenge of my career. I would say directing this 30-minute film was possibly the most challenging thing I have ever done in my entire workspace. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the syntax of the films. I didn't know the shooting style, the character development, the character arc. I didn't know anything. So I've just plunged into it, into this sea and into this pool of horror. And with such illustrious and prolific filmmakers in my anthology space, I just didn't know what I was doing. So I hope that eventually the result that you all will see on the 1st of Jan will be pardonable.
So do you feel that you will delve into this space now after this? Would you want to try this?
Never again. Done it, been there, done that. I'm out of it. I've done it. I've enjoyed those 6 days of filming because I felt it really challenged me. It woke me up as a filmmaker. It kind of pushed me out there. But if you ask me whether I will do this again, no, I will not.
So next time when you see a horror film, will you scream?
No, I will still not watch another horror film. The only horror space genre that I will watch is ghost stories. I've seen all 4 of them, loved it, loved every part of it, loved being a part of it, but toodles to this. After this, I'm done.
But it's amazing the kind of content you're creating, and also on this platform. Was this a natural progression for you after making films and into series, the OTT space, and creating?
I think it's been immensely exciting. I think the whole content creation space has been very exciting and challenging. Having been part of like mainstream motion pictures for 2 decades, and now with the evolution and the revolution that the digital space has brought about, just as storytellers, it's so challenging. Whether it's a series or original films or anthologies, like all this is really challenging to content creators. And I think I'm really excited because we have a digital wing, we have an exclusive deal with Netflix at Dharmatic, and so much to look forward to, so much creation of content, so many stories to tell. I'm just really excited that the whole plethora of entertainment has just burst open.
Since you're so candid, what is that one thing or person who spooks you out?
A person?
Person or a thing that just spooks you out?
I'm not scared of anything, actually. I'm definitely not scared of people because I don't think people have the ability to really scare people. I mean, if you're scared of people, then really that you have to up your own game as an individual. People shouldn't be able to scare you. They can upset you, they can hurt you, they can annoy you. I don't think people scare me. They don't scare me. Things don't scare me. I think the fear and the only thing that I fear is losing loved ones. I think the fear of that is the only scare that I have in my life.
Which is one ghost from the past, or anybody's ghost or spirit you would like to meet and interact with?
I actually would have loved to have met both Mohammad Rafi and Kishore Kumar. I just feel like I missed out on meeting them. I feel their voices have stories. Their singing has a narrative of its own. It's a reflection of their inner self and soul. And I feel that by the time I came into my own, they had already passed away. And if I could meet them again or even interact with their soul, I would be very exhilarated as a filmmaker and as a storyteller.
And as you said, you made this film, it was challenging. Which, for anyone who's directing a horror film, which is that one thing they should keep in mind, which is the most challenging and pushes your limits?
Is that don't direct a film like it's a horror film. Direct the story and make it as organic. Don't push the buttons of horror just because it's a horror genre. I mean, you don't have to fall for the tropes. Tell your story. Within the narrative, you will find the spookiness, the creepiness, the scareness. All that will come, but don't push it. Don't try and achieve it. And that's what I think we have done in this anthology. No one has tried to kind of achieve a scare or like, I'm dying to make you scream in your seat. That's not our endeavor. The endeavor was to tell stories.
And also now we've seen lately, a lot of films are coming out from this genre. You have horror comedies. And what do you think is the reason?
I think horror and horror comedies are very popular genres. I think they're very audience friendly. Watching movies is a community thing. Even sometimes watching digital content is a community thing. Some community could be me, you and your spouse, you and your lover, you and your friends. And I think horror and horror comedies are very community friendly. Like make you want to kind of scream together, laugh together, enjoy that experience. I think the genre is very popular with people in general.
And since you're one who has given us reason to smile, sing and dance along, when are you directing your next?
I'm directing a film called Takht, which I start in March 2020 and I release in 2021. It's based in the Mughal era. It's a very exciting narrative and I can't wait to get on the sets.
And we are looking forward to that. Since you're speaking to Good Times, what's your idea for Good Time?
My idea for Good Time is actually being away from my mobile phone, being in a city that no one knows me, walking the streets with abandon and my own thoughts. That's my idea for Good Time.
And 2021 resolution that you're going to break?
I already tried one last year. I'm going to try that. I wanted to go to the gym 5 times a week. I haven't managed that. I will start that on the 1st of Jan, break it again by the 5th of Jan.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank
More
you,
power
Pooja.
to you, Karan, for all that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.